If you when you turn these up and down, it's up and down.
Alright.
That'll turn. Yeah,
usually?
roughly.
Okay. Good evening and welcome to the first women's basketball game of the 2024-25 season for the Mount Union Purple Raiders. It is the Teammates for Life tournament, and this is the first game between your Mount Union Purple Raiders and Westminster College. Starting lineups for Westminster: Kennedy Arison, the guard; Ella Kassan, the forward; Katie Mario, the guard; Emily Hess, the forward; and Gracie Schill, the guard/forward. And for your Purple Raiders, we've got the senior guard, captain of this team, Day Nash, coming from Akron, Ohio; Addie Mucci, the junior, from Canton, Ohio; Reese Triplett, the sophomore guard from New Philadelphia; Michaela Dunkel, the junior forward from Cadiz, Ohio; and Elizabeth Mason, the sophomore forward from Alliance, Ohio. Elizabeth Mason, the OAC Freshman of the Year last year in the OAC. I'm William Moyer, here with me, Nate Smee. What are you looking for in this first game of the women's basketball season, Nate?
I'm looking to see a team coming out with a purpose. Mount Union last year, going back to check their schedule, I believe 10-16 on the campaign. This can be a year of growth. They had a good recruiting class headed by Marlington legend Chelsea Evanich. We will see her at some point in this game, I would assume. A lot of talent returning. Day, one of the best players to play for this Mount Union team. The energy she brings can help. And as you said, Elizabeth Mason, the freshman of the year last year, I was talking to some people at the football game before, and they were telling me, look out for Elizabeth Mason to make an impact tonight.
Yeah, speaking of the football game, I feel like we couldn't not mention it. Mount Union with a 28-21 win over Marietta just a few minutes ago. Mount Union with an incredible win to clinch the OAC title.
I'll tell you what touchdown from Terrell, where I was right behind that end zone, I was going nuts. I wouldn't be surprised if the cameras saw me fist bumping the air and everything like that.
And we are underway. Tip-off win for the Purple Raiders. Day Nash bringing the ball up the floor. Now it's Triplett over to Elizabeth Mason. Mason driving. Now it's Dunkel. Dunkel with a little jumper. Off the glass, gets her own rebound, puts it up, missed again. And it's a rebound for Westminster.
Good box out by number 34, Gracie Schill. She was able to create some space and get the rebound on the second time of asking.
Mario, defended by Mucci. Now it's Schill. Three from Arison, no good. Elizabeth Mason with the rebound. Mason bringing the ball up the floor. Now Mason for three, no good. Rebound Westminster. Harrison bringing it up the floor. The three from Mario, no good. Offensive rebound Westminster. Schill into Kassan. Kassan couldn't get that to go. Rebound Purple Raiders.
Both sides just want to hit their first shot. When they see one, the rest will follow.
And an offensive foul there on the Purple Raiders. So it will be going the other way. Westminster ball.
And that is Ella Kassan winning it. She is in a little bit of pain, but what a tremendous job by her getting her feet planted and getting that call. That is not one we see often, given because of how difficult it is to create that foul. So credit to her. She got her feet set, right place, right time. Westminster, they're doing everything right on defense.
Yeah, so now Westminster inbounding the ball. Harrison will bring it up the floor. Good spacing here from Westminster. The screen from Hess. Driving and a block for Mason and a travel called as well. So it'll be Mount Union ball. Thought for a second there that might have been a shooting foul, but I think the ref definitely made the right call there. Arison just kind of got out of control, and a nice block by Mason. So now it's Day Nash bringing the ball up the floor.
I was about to say, who else but Elizabeth Mason getting in on that play?
Yeah, Elizabeth Mason. Coach Vanette said in the offseason that Mason worked so hard to continue to get even better for this team, as there's a three for Mucci. No good. Offensive rebound, Dunkel. Dunkel putting it back up. No good again. Offensive rebound again, Mucci. Day Nash with the three. No good. Another offensive rebound. Out to Mason.
Tremendous rebounding by Mount Union. They're getting to the ball. They're boxing out. They're getting big. They're doing what they need to do off the glass. Now we need to see one fall.
Mason with the reverse layup. Good. First 2 points of the Purple Raider women's basketball season for Elizabeth Mason.
She's seen it fall. She'll see it fall again.
And now a little bit of a press here from the Purple Raiders. That ball bouncing out of bounds.
And Mason last year as a freshman leading the way with over 12.5 points per game on average, 12.7 to be exact. She's a big part of this offense. Her and Day Nash can really run the backcourt well together.
Yeah, now here, Westminster bringing the ball up the floor. Hess driving, kicks it. Now it's Schill. Schill with the jumper, just inside the three-point line, no good. Rebound, Day Nash. Day Nash pushing the tempo, moving up the floor. Now backs it out. Over to Triplett. Triplett also a sophomore. Triplett driving, going up through contact, good. 4-0 Purple Raiders now. A nice layup there from Reese Triplett.
And what did I say after Mason's shot fell? Once we see the first shot of the game fall, the rest will follow. Beautiful one up by Mount Union. They had a good basket and they one up it there.
Now it's Schill. Passing it cross court to Arison. Arison getting a screen from Hess. Arison lifting up the shot off the rim and out. Rebound Purple Raiders yet again.
And that is Chelsea Evanich on the court for the first time in her Purple Raider career.
Yeah, Evanich, a nice pass there and a foul on Addie Mucci, so Mucci will have 2 free throws. But speaking of Evanich, I got to talk with Coach Vanette just before the season started. She said 2 freshmen to look for are Lily Scott and Chelsea Evanich. Already seeing Evanich in this game, so that's a nice sign as we've got a couple more substitutions here.
And I'll tell you what, I've seen her play basketball once before. It was in the playoffs last year against my alma mater, Holy Name. I was told going in, you're going to be impressed. And impressed I was. I believe 27 points in 3 quarters of play, didn't touch the floor in the 4th quarter. That is how much of a lead she gave the Dukes. She is a huge impact player, and I would not be surprised to see her start by the end of the year and potentially keep the Marlington lineage of winning OAC Player of the Year going as a freshman.
So Mucci hitting both of those free throws. So it's 6-0 now, Purple Raiders. Another 2 substitutions for the Purple Raiders were Haley Haywood and Lily Scott. So Lily Scott, the other freshman on this team that Coach Vanette said to look out for, as Lily Scott with some nice defending there. I believe got called for the foul, though.
And when you look at her high school, Youngstown Ursuline, that is a school with lots of pedigree, no matter what sport you look at. Both of them played for tremendous programs. We are going to see a lot of their high school training pay off tonight, I expect.
As here, it is Westminster. Angelina Brush now with Hess. Back out, Saika. And an offensive foul, I believe, off-ball foul, but again, Purple Raider ball. Nice start here for the Purple Raiders. 6 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter, and Mount Union leads it 6-0.
And you look at the stats already, Elizabeth Mason, 2 points and 3 boards. I think we might put her on double-double watch in the first half.
Would not surprise me at all. Mucci, now Evanich. Evanich driving, going up, and good. First 2 points of her Purple Raider career. Chelsea Evanich.
Perfect pump, perfect execution, perfect drive. Everything she needed to do, she executed perfectly. This is the dream start for Mount Union.
8-0. Schill. Now Saika. Saika thought about taking that, decided to pass it over to Brush. Now with Mario. Hess. Trying to drive on Mucci. Now it's Brush. Back inside. Pump fake. Up and good for Cano. 3 here from Haywood, no good. Lily Scott tried to get that offensive board, but couldn't keep it in, so that'll be Westminster ball. So we've got 2 more substitutions here for the Purple Raiders. We've got Allie Hudick as well as Abby Muckleroy. Hudick, who was a starter last season, she averaged 8 points per game. I would expect her to be one of the key contributors off the bench this season. Possibly that type of like 6th man role, just come in and score the ball at a high rate. Brush, driving for Westminster, kicks it. Schill for 3, no good, and a rebound by Muckleroy.
Beautiful job crashing the glass, and beautiful job Mount Union with their rebounding, especially the box out.
A turnover there on Evanich. Westminster driving is Saika. Saika now, and she traveled there, lost her footing. A Mount Union ball.
Mount Union is forcing each of these travels. They're not from the will of Westminster. They're because Mount Union, they close down the space, they get up and personal, and that helps them create those errors.
Hudick in to Evanich. Now back out to Muckleroy. Some good ball movement here. Haywood, interior pass to Evanich. Evanich trying to gain some room, goes up with the jumper. Good, nice turnaround jumper there out of the post. 4 points for Evanich.
She is one of the best point shooters in the greater Stark County area. She can shoot at will and make shots at will.
And there, a 3 for Westminster. No good. Rebound. Again, Abby Muckleroy. Muckleroy pushing the pace here. Interior pass to Haywood. Haywood passes it over to Scott. Scott back to Evanich, and Evanich was fouled as she received the ball, so I believe that'll be a foul on the floor.
And looking back at yesterday, the reason why Yeshiva had so much success against Mount Union, they were unselfish with the basketball. They distributed the ball really well, got everyone open, gave them good looks. And that is what these Purple Raiders are doing this afternoon. If this is a sign of things to come this season, look out for Mount Union.
Ball inbounded to Muckleroy. Now inside to Dunkel, who just checked back in. Dunkel trying to use her force, and a travel called on Dunkel, so that'll be Westminster ball. Dede Nash also just checked back into the game.
And rotation is going to be key. You play again tomorrow, no matter the result of this game, you need to keep everybody fresh and ready to go.
Man, when I talked to Coach Vanette before the season, she said this is one of the deepest teams she's had the pleasure of coaching. And she said one of the things she's preached to her players, as there we have Muckleroy with the layup, good. One of the things she preached to the players is to be patient, wait for your time to come, and to be unselfish, because this is a deep team. Players might not get as many minutes as they want to, but if they can all play their role successfully, this team will win games, and they have a shot at winning the OAC title. As there we have a 3, no good for Westminster.
And going back to that, points-wise, 4-2-2-2-2. Unselfish basketball.
Yeah, if Mount Union can succeed playing unselfish basketball, I think they can have a really good team this year. As there's Haywood driving, putting up the floater, rolling off the rim. Gets her own rebound, though. Setting it back up. Now to Hudick. Now it's Dunkel. Back into Hudick, and that ball tipped out of bounds. It will remain with the Purple Raiders. 10 seconds on the shot clock. 2 minutes, 43 seconds remaining in this first quarter.
And the quarter is flying by really quickly. And a big reason why, Mount Union's defense. Every time you look down on the court, they're on offense. That is just how good their defense has been today, allowing only 2 points.
Yeah, Mount Union has done a nice job of having long offensive possessions, as well as shortening the Westminster possessions, as Mount Union with a 12-2 lead. Triplets 3 is blocked. Rebound by Westminster. Nice rebound there by Mario.
And last year, Mount Union, a team that allowed over 65 points per game while scoring around there. Today, it looks like they have a good chance of keeping Westminster below 50 if the defense keeps playing this way.
Mario, no luck there, trying to drive on triplet. Now it's Arison driving. Arison, no good. And rebound, Purple Raiders. Dede Nash trying to push the floor. Had Mason trailing there, but Dede Nash took it herself. Went up through contact, no good. And now Westminster pushing the floor here. Schill Over to Brush. Brush now slowing it down a little bit. Back to Schill. Mario for 3, no good. Westminster 0 for 6 so far today for 3.
They need to push the ball inside, and they can do that. They can have some good success.
Day Nash with 2. First points of the season for Day Nash. Made the smart move there. Took a step inside from the three-point line and nailed it.
Perfect shot, and we know Day can shoot the basketball about as good as anyone, but a smart decision. She didn't really have to look outside, took a couple steps forward. I think Mount Union and any team would rather have 2 points on the board opposed to 0. It's a well-oiled machine, and this is a great debut thus far for these Purple Raiders.
Yeah, 14-2 start here for Mount Union with 1:35 left in this first quarter.
And imagine if this momentum carries over to the soccer game at 7 o'clock tonight. That would be just a great day for Mount Union. Had the football win. Right now, girls basketball up by 12 with $1:35 left to go in the first. And then men's soccer a chance to win their first ever OAC title.
Yeah, and speaking about Day Nash, who just hit that jumper, Day Nash, a captain on this team. She is also, her nickname on the team is the Energizer Bunny because of how much energy she brings on this team. As we have a stoppage here. Looks like they'll have them inbound the ball again.
And a big reason why Day has so much success, not only because of the teaching she's had. For Akron-Buchtel, Buchtel a tough team, and Will, you going to Firestone, you know that better than most.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough coming from Akron Public Schools. A lot of physical teams there, a lot of good teams, and especially you play a lot of good out of conference opponents. So she has had a good Mount Union career there. As there she shows some of that scrappiness, winning the rebound and pushing the ball up the floor now. Day Nash now slowing it down. Over to Mucci. Mucci looking for an option. Passes it over to Dunkel. Dunkel at the extended elbow. Into Mason. Mason's shot barely rolls out from the rim. Gets her on rebound, though, and gets fouled on the offensive glass. So that'll be an inbound here for the Purple Raiders. And that's, I believe, the 3rd foul of that first quarter for Westminster. Mucci. Now Triplet. Dunkel inside. Mason. Mucci for 3. No good. Triplet going up with it. I'm sorry, Dunkel going. Westminster gets that rebound. And now Arison pushing the floor. Over to Mario. Mario defended by Triplet. Mario driving, going up, passes it over. Hess. Good. 2 points there. 14-4 now.
Perfect jumper, perfect execution from the Titans.
Yeah, nice from that extended elbow there. Now it's Day Nash. Elizabeth Mason. Inside to Dunkel. Dunkel, that's too easy. Elizabeth Mason with a great interior pass there. The lob in to Dunkel, and Dunkel just lays that one in.
The court vision, stupendous. That was about as good as it gets at this level of a perfect precision pass into the paint, and that puts Mount Union in the driver's seat through 1.
Yeah, 16-4 after this first quarter. An all-around good team performance from these Purple Raiders so far. They have, let's see, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Mount Union players who have scored. So, just a great performance here in this first quarter for the Purple Raiders. They are led by Chelsea Evanich, who has 4 points. And then they've got 6 other Purple Raiders who each have 2 points. So, a great first quarter.
And a great distribution of the wealth, as you just harped on. They looked really good. A great unit of a team. Everyone plays their role, as you said. This is very similar to what a lot of teams in Northeast Ohio does. A good example, Holy Name. They had games where they played 15 players. Yes, 15. The joke was, because our hockey team was new last year, our basketball team ran the hockey system of substitutions, and hockey ran the basketball system of substitutions, as they only had 8 players who would usually play. But it worked perfectly. You had players who were tall and short, both that can shoot and can rebound. It worked perfectly, and Mount Union is a very good example of how that system can work at the next level.
And now we are getting ready for these next 10 minutes of play. Arison bringing it up the floor for Westminster. Saika back to Arison. Now Schill. Defended by Evanich.
And the man defense of Mount Union, they're working perfectly. They're working in unison, in tandem, floating over to the person who has the basketball. Beautiful execution.
Three-pointer taken there by Saika. No good. Rebound, Purple Raiders. Now Evanich back into the game. Now it's with Mucci. McElroy decided not to take that three. Over to Mucci. Mucci, interior pass to Scott. Scott couldn't get to that one. A battle for the ball on the floor there, and it looks like it's a jump ball.
Absolutely love that hustle from Mount Union. Diving to the deck, fighting for every loose ball. That is what will win you championships.
And this will be Mount Union inbounding it under Westminster's basket. Scott inbounds it over to McElroy. McElroy inside to Evanich. Evanich going up with it. Good. Rolling on the rim and in. 6 points now for Evanich.
There is a reason why she was initially committed to go D2. She has the talent. She has the skill. Mount Union, they have found probably the best player in the area from last year in the high school level. I would go out and say that. That's just how good she has been thus far. You see her getting open, even when she doesn't get the ball. What does she do? She boxes out. She gets wide. She gets her arms up and calls for the ball. That is what she needs to do in her role, and that will score her a lot of points outside the arc and in the post.
And a turnover there on Westminster. So now it's Purple Raiders. Inside to Haywood. Haywood's shot rolling off the rim. Rebound by Hess for Westminster. Now it's Brush bringing it up the floor. Saika driving, defended by McElroy. Good defense there from McElroy to contest that shot. Evanich getting the rebound and a jump ball there. So this time, jump ball will go to Westminster.
I have a feeling the Mount Union faithful is going to love watching Chelsea Evanich these next 4 years. Just watching the way she hustles for every ball. She's a fun player to watch, and her physicality, I'm trying to think of a good equivalent. It's tough to find it because that's just how unique of a player she is.
Saika defended. Now over to Schill. Schill driving. Her shot off the rim, rebounded by Evanich. Evanich bringing the ball up the floor. Back to Evanich. McElroy with the long two. Good. Rolls off the rim and in. 20-4 now, Purple Raiders. McElroy with 4 points.
Well, you called this team last year a lot. You saw them. Something feels different this year about them. Something special is about to happen here.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it is to do with the experience this team got. They brought back nearly everybody, brought back the entire starting five, and this team got to have a whole offseason, a whole year basically, of playing together and just getting better, knowing their teammates better, and continuing to improve as we have a beautiful fadeaway jumper there for Addie Mucci.
What more could you ask for from this Mount Union team? Everything is going flawless.
22-4. Purple Raiders. Interior pass to Schill. Schill. Mucci pokes that one away. It will stay with Westminster. And when I got to talk with Coach Vanette, she said the two things that this team really, really worked on in the offseason, it was decision making and it was shooting percentages. And I think they've done a great job so far. Shooting wise, they're shooting 40% from the field and 2 for 2 from the free throw line, and it seems like they're just making great decisions all around the board so far here today. Westminster driving and a travel called there on Reagan Quarter. So it'll be Mount Union ball. Allie Hudick back into the game, bringing it up for the Purple Raiders. Tess Conroy checking into this game for the first time, as well as Kayla Ferranci. And a three. Sorry, was that a two? Two for Hudick. My apologies.
Those overlapping runs, the movement, the cuts, everything is executed well. Clearly that whole offseason together made this unit gel perfectly.
20-point lead here for the Purple Raiders. 6.5 minutes to go in this second quarter. Great defense from Evanich, keeping those hands high. Evanich getting the rebound as well, pushing the ball up the floor. Driving, now kicks. Ferenczi drives, gets fouled as on the drive, foul on the floor. It will be a Purple Raider inbound there under the basket.
If you're Westminster right now, your goal, just shut down the offense. You can make some shots, you can regroup in that department. It's just Mount Union's offense, very similar to Yeshiva, is basically making every single shot.
Conroy driving, kicks it. Now Hudik wide open for three. Off the rim and out. Rebound Westminster.
Good job by Mount Union spacing, but good defense by Westminster.
A nice block there by Elizabeth Mason, but the foul is called. So it'll be 2 free throws for Arison.
I feel like that was very similar to one called yesterday. I like the idea of calling that a jump ball. You both go up for the ball, both have a hand on it. I feel like that is what could be described, but the officials saw it differently, and I could see a case for it. I think they didn't get it wrong. It's a tough call to make, but a good call.
First free throw from Arison. Off the rim and out. And this Westminster team, a very, very young team. They've got 7 freshmen, 3 sophomores, 2 juniors, and 3 seniors. So over half of this team is underclassmen. Half of it is freshmen.
And that's just a testament to the recruiting that coach has done over the past couple of years.
Conroy inside is fouled, so that'll be, again, under the basket. An inbound for the Purple Raiders. Hudik will inbound that.
And going back to Coach Vanette, 19th season here at Mount Union. This might be one of the best teams that she has seen. She mentioned it in depth, but the talent that they have on the court right now, Day Nash, not on the court, but the distribution's perfect. Even when she's on the court, the same thing can be said. There are so many stars that can lead this team. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, a lot of players who can come in and contribute. Mason kicks to Muckleroy. Muckleroy's 3 off the rim and out. Beautiful offensive rebound there for Mason and puts it back up. Elizabeth Mason getting the offensive board.
Well-oiled machine. That's the only way to describe this team.
And a block there by the Purple Raiders. Now Muckleroy pushing the pace. Over to Conroy. Conroy wide open for 3. Takes it. Good. 29-5. Purple Raiders with the lead.
And that heat check will send Westminster into a timeout. But what a shot. That had some good distance behind it. Perfectly executed. Obviously, it would have been cool to see nothing but net, but the ricochet, that makes it even cooler, just how perfect that shot was from Conroy. I'll tell you what, Mount Union, I've never seen them play women's basketball. They have impressed me, and then some today.
Yeah, 29-5, Purple Raider lead here. 5 minutes left in this second quarter. And what a performance so far. Got contributions from nearly every player. Nearly everybody who has been in so far today has been able to score. We've had, let's see, before it was 7 players who have scored. Now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players who have scored. So, I mean, that just shows you this team has a lot of players who can contribute.
I know we probably don't like this team, Will, but strength in numbers, the Warriors. That is what Mount Union has. They do have strength in numbers. Obviously, Golden State last night didn't go well, so let's ignore that result for the statement. But going back to those great teams, the reason they were so good, it wasn't just because of Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond, and KD. They had role players. Kevon Looney, unsung, he played his role perfectly on that team. Everyone who was on that roster played for Coach Steve Kerr, and I think the same can be said for Mount Union as all these players are playing for Coach Vanette.
Yeah, now we've got Carly Biesecker making her first appearance as a Purple Raider, the freshman. And that one a miss off rebound by Conroy, but they're going to call it a jump ball, so it will this time be Purple Raider ball. And it will be Biesecker on the inbound. Day Nash bringing the ball up the floor. Nash hands it off to Conroy. Dunkel. The drive. Can't go. Rebounded by Westminster. Arison pushing the pace. Defended by Biesecker. Now it is Hess for three. No good. Rebound. Biesecker. Biesecker pushing the floor here. Slowing it down. Over to Nash. Pass to Nash. A little bit off target. Davis blocked by Day Nash. It will remain with Westminster, but a nice defensive play there by Nash on the break.
And that is her being that Energizer Bunny. Makes the error on offense, runs back on defense, and makes up for it immediately. You need that short-term memory in this sport, and thick-skinned Day Nash. What a leader on the court.
Nash so far, 2 points, a rebound, an assist, and a steal. All over the place on the stat sheet.
I was going to say, that just shows how versatile of a player she is.
Also a block now. So on the stat sheet in 5 different categories, the 5 major categories, she is on the stat sheet.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Inside pass here, the layup, and it is good for Westminster. Kano putting that one in. So 7-29 here, Purple Raiders with the 22-point lead. Biesecker at the elbow. Kicks it to Nash. Nash defended by Arison. Over to Mucci. Mucci finds Triplet. Back to Mucci. Mucci just 6 on the shot clock here. Mucci dribbling it around. Mucci now driving. The pull-up jumper off the rim and out. Offensive rebound by Day Nash and puts it back up. Day Nash at 5'3", getting the offensive rebound and putting it back up there in the paint.
Second chance points, and now a steal from Day Nash.
Steal. Day Nash doing it all. I think maybe a foul was called there on Nash as she intercepted that pass, but
it's either that or an over and back. I do not know where they say she established possession.
Yeah, not sure, but either way, Westminster will inbound it at midcourt. 31-7, Purple Raider lead here. Arison defended by Nash. Over to Saika. Foul there on the floor, so it will be an inbound under the basket for Westminster.
And so far, a very clean game played by Mount Union.
Yeah, only 2 fouls in this second quarter. Inbound to Kano. Kano with the hook shot, no good. Rebound by Biesecker. Biesecker bringing it up the floor. Over to Triplet. Now Mucci. Defended by Porter. Now it's with Nash. Back to Triplet. Triplet driving. Going up for the layup. Through contact. Rolling off the rim. Rebound Westminster.
Still, the physicality of Mount Union needs to be talked about. No matter a drive, a rebound, you name it, they are fighting for everything, and they are showing true heart today. And that's even with a big lead in hand.
Arison driving, kicks it, tipped out of bounds by Biesecker, and it looks like that will be Purple Raider ball. So 3 substitutions now for the Purple Raiders. McElroy, Scott, and Evanich coming back into the game. Day Nash, Michaela Dunkel, and I believe it is Mucci all getting breaks for the Purple Raiders.
But looking at the minutes breakdown, 10 for Nash, Dunkel 9, Mucci 11, Triplet 8, Mason 10, Evanich 8, is distributed pretty well amongst the whole team.
Hudick also back into the game as Triplet drives, going up for the layup. Some contact there, no foul. Scott gets the offensive rebound, puts it up, rolls off the rim. McElroy, another offensive rebound, dribbles it out. Now McElroy at the top, 4-3, good, nothing but net. 34-7, Purple Raiders. McElroy's got 7 points.
And that was all because of great spacing by Mount Union.
And a steal there for Hudick. Hudick taking it up the floor, fakes the pass, goes up for the layup, misses, but McElroy gets the offensive rebound and puts up the putback. It's good. 9 points for McElroy and a 36-7 Purple Raider lead.
Wow, that's just the only way to describe this right now. Wow. Mount Union, welcome to 2024-25.
A 29-point lead here for the Purple Raiders. Harrison with the ball for Westminster. 1:10 remaining in this first half. Now it's Quarter. Quarter driving. Kicks it. Hess with the jumper. Blocked by Hudick. The offensive rebound, but a shot clock violation. Mount Union ball with a minute to go in the first half.
At halftime, I don't even know what you say if you're Coach Vanette. What is there to say other than bravo? This team, after last year going 10-16, comes up today and announces we are here this year.
Conroy with the ball for the Purple Raiders. Now Hudick. Hudick with the pass to Scott, driving, kicks it to McElroy. McElroy again for 3. Off the rim and out. The heat check won't go. But a jump ball there off of a Evanich rebound, and this time the jump ball will give Westminster possession.
Going back to yesterday, we didn't see our first jump ball in the boys game until around the 4-minute mark left to go in the second half. Today we've seen, what now, 4?
Yeah, I think maybe 4 or 5. And a charge there. McElroy draws the charge. She is all over the place.
And something else we didn't see a lot of yesterday from either side, McElroy getting set. That is not easy. I mentioned that when Westminster earned it. What else is there to say other than Mount Union is a very good team? They're looking really good, and this is the byproduct of working together and building that chemistry over the span of a year.
And 15 seconds now on the game clock. Shot clock turned off. Mount Union likely to take the last shot here. 7 seconds now. Scott, 5. Scott driving. Kick to McElroy. Hudick at the top for 3. No good, and that will be the first half. Mount Union with a 36-7 lead at halftime. McElroy leading the way with 9 points, 4 of 6 from the field. What did you think of that first half, Nate?
Well, as I sprinted across the parking lot at 4:50, I did not think I'd be seeing this game. I thought we'd see a tight contest. But Mount Union, pure domination. This is the Mount Union way. And clearly, this offseason has been impressive. Do we dare say this has been one of the best uses of the offseason by any team at Mount Union in the last decade at least?
Yeah, I mean, the offseason work is showing here so far. 36-7 Purple Raider lead over Westminster here at the Teammates for Life tournament, and we will be back in about 15 minutes for the second half. Welcome back to the second half of action here. Season opener for the Mount Union Purple Raiders against Westminster. Mount Union dominating in this first half, 36-7 lead for the Purple Raiders. The inbound to Day Nash, and we are underway here for this third quarter. Nash driving, going up, is fouled, so that'll be 2 free throws for Nash. Nash already with 4 points, 3 rebounds, an assist, a steal, and a block on the day. Just 10 minutes.
And I'm glad to see Mount Union hasn't shied away from attacking the glass. That is what they did so well in that first half, among many things. But especially their ability to crash in, get rebounds, force fouls, get to the foul line. That is their recipe for success, and the recipe continues to cook.
Nash hits the first. And the second one bounces out. So Westminster now on the break. And that'll be 2 points for Westminster. Saika with the layup. So 37-9 now. Purple Raiders with the lead.
And their mindset, put the first half behind you. It's 0-0 and a great response by the Titans.
Offensive rebound by Dunkel. Dunkel putting that one in. 30-point lead now for Mount Union, 39-9. And the steal for Triplett into Mason. Back out to Nash. Nash for 3. Off the rim, but another offensive rebound by Dunkel. Now out to Mucci. Back into Dunkel. Dunkel going up with it. No good. Rebound Westminster. Harrison bringing it up the floor.
A lot of good opportunities from Mount Union. It's death by 1,000 rebounds. And if they can keep rebounding and keep winning the rebound battle, they will win a lot of close contests this year.
That 3 good for Westminster. The first made 3 of the game by number 14, Katie Mario. And there, Mount Union answering right away. Now up to 41 points, 41-12.
Was that Triplett throwing that ball or TJ DeShields?
I don't know. TJ DeShields playing in that second half for an injured Boudry, winning the game for the Purple Raiders earlier today. And that ball tipped out. Will be a Westminster ball. Mount Union, if you look at the rebounding difference here, Mount Union with 32 rebounds, Westminster with only 16. So Mount Union plus 16 on the rebound margin. That is huge. If you out-rebound a team by 16, most of the time you're going to win that game. I don't know if I've ever seen a team out-rebound the other team by 16 and lose. So a recipe for success for the Purple Raiders. Saika defended by Triplett. Then the 3, good. 2 back-to-back threes for number 14, Katie Mario.
Similar concept to the first shot of the game following. Once you see your first 3 hit and make, the next one will follow.
Mason thought about the 3, decided not to take it. Now it's with Mucci. Mucci driving, the interior pass, bounce pass over to Dunkel. What a pass, Dunkel with the easy work.
And it was made easy just because of how good of a run she made. And now a full court press. You never see that from a team up this much. That is just the mentality of Mount Union. They want to win, and they want to win big.
Another Westminster 3, that one an air ball, rebounded by the Purple Raiders. Mucci pushing it up the floor, attempted the pass to Dunkel, tipped, and a fight for the ball. Westminster with it. Mario bringing it up the floor, and stolen by Mucci. The nice handles by Mucci as well. Now the pass over to Nash. Nash with the baseline jumper. No good. Offensive rebound, Triplett. Back up. Good. Mount Union again on the offensive glass. 45-15 now.
What do you even talk about there? The runs, the defense, the skill, the dribbling, the shot selection. What do you even focus on?
And another Mount Union scrappy play there, as we'll have an entire 5 substitution here for this Purple Raider team. Shows the depth of this team. We've got Evanich, McElroy, Scott, Haywood, and Hudick all in for the Purple Raiders. In for Westminster right now, we've got Schill, Brush, Mario, Quarter, and Kano. And a steal there for Evanich. Evanich bringing the ball up the floor. Over to McElroy, had 9 points in that first half. Scott thought about the three, faked it, drove, pull-up jumper, no good. And a foul on the loose ball. That will be Westminster ball. Foul on Haywood for the Purple Raiders. So first foul of the quarter. 6.5 minutes remaining in this third quarter.
And once again, another clean sequence by the Purple Raiders. Their first foul coming well into the third quarter. You have to appreciate that.
And Haywood there looks like she did something to her shoulder. Hopefully she's all right. Now she's walking it off. I don't know what happened there. It looked like it was bad, and then now she's just back up and okay. She will get subbed out, though, for number 23, Kayla Ferranci.
And that is the right decision. It could feel okay now, but it could definitely get worse. So I think you'd rather take her out. If it's nothing, it's nothing. But if it's something, you take care of it now. Beautiful job by Coach Vanette and making sure her players come first.
Yeah, Haywood now on the bench seems to be okay. I have no idea what happened there. It looked like she was in pain for a second and then she's just fine. But it'll be Purple Raider ball here on this inbound. 6:18 to go in the third quarter.
And I've had that happen. Throwing a baseball hard, your arm feels really bad for a split second, and then it's better. That's probably just what happened. More of an impact shock, or maybe the breath got knocked out of her, something like that. She should be okay, but definitely a true warrior.
Pass to McElroy. 10 on the shot clock now. McElroy spins and is fouled. Foul on number 23, Bree Davis. Third foul of this third quarter for Westminster. Just 4 minutes into this third quarter.
And Mount Union is doing a tremendous job putting the Titans in foul trouble. That will make their job on defense 10 times more difficult.
Hudick drives, passes it to Evanich. Evanich does a good job of reeling that pass in. Evanich, interior pass to McElroy. McElroy misses the layup. Rebound, Westminster.
And Evanich does a nice job getting rid of it before the 3-second call. She was dangerously close to it.
Now it's Brush. Davis at the elbow, passes it back to Brush. Now Quarter. Inside to Kano. Back out, Mario for three. Yet again, third three of the game for Katie Mario. And she's now 3 of 6 from downtown. 9 points so far in this game for her.
A great second half from Mario. A great second half response by Westminster. The game's still not going in their favor, but there are a lot of positives to take into tomorrow against either Manchester or Kalamazoo.
45-18. Purple Raiders with the lead. Inbound pass to Hudick. Hudick getting the double screen. Pass over to Scott. Scott doesn't want the screen from Evanich. Scott driving into the key. Back out. Evanich now driving. Evanich throwing up those elbows with the turn. The shot. Rolling around the rim and in. Another beautiful offensive play there from Evanich, who now has 8 points in this game.
And once again, that is why she was one of the best paint players last year in the greater Stark County area. She is able to use her size, box out, and make plays happen. She doesn't need the long ball. She can just bully inside and get 25 points. Very similar to what we saw in the second half yesterday from Christian Parker.
Harrison passes it over. Oh, almost a steal there for Ferranci. Cross-court pass. Now inside to Davis. Davis gets the ball poked away from Hudick, and then a foul on the shot for Kano. So that'll be 2 free throws for Kano.
But looking at that play, Mount Union's defense, usually a man, but they had bodies running everywhere. 1, 2 girls chasing after the ball. Everyone was where they needed to be. They created a swarming atmosphere, and that blocked. It looked pretty good from here, but it definitely could have been a little extracurricular. But otherwise, that was perfectly executed by the Purple Raiders. You could not have asked for anything better.
Kano hits the first, misses the second free throw, so 47-19 now. Purple Raiders with the lead. Evanich bringing the ball up the floor. Over to Scott. Now Ferranci. Evanich driving on Kano. Evanich. Ferenczi at the elbow. The jumper, good. Nothing but net. Everything falling for this Purple Raider team.
We've seen a lot go well at the glass, but the mid-range game has been impeccable today. As this game has gone on, the mid-range jumper has fallen more and more consistently. Great response by Mount Union and a great adjustment.
Steal there from Lily Scott. Lily Scott on the fast break, putting the layup in. First points of her Mount Union Purple Raider career, the freshman Lily Scott.
And Coach Vanette on the sideline, she's telling her players, go back up the court, let's play defense. This isn't over. Great leadership from Coach.
Yeah, up 32 is this Purple Raider team, and they're still fighting hard. The inbounds pass stolen by Evanich. Evanich trying for the outlet pass for McElroy, stolen back for Westminster. Kano, Arison in the corner. To the other side for Brush. Brush's three, no good. Evanich. McElroy in the corner, 4-3, good! McElroy. 12 points now for Abby McElroy.
And Evanich plants and looks, instantly passes. Beautiful court vision from Chelsea Evanich setting up McElroy. This is a very well-oiled machine, and we will say that pretty much every single game this year, I expect.
Almost a steal there for the Purple Raiders. Brush with the three-point attempt, nothing but net. 22 points now for the Titans. Lily Scott bringing it up the floor. Over to Evanich, defended by Kano. Evanich. Back to McElroy. McElroy with 12 points. Now it's Lily Scott driving, putting up the layup. Good. Lily Scott with 4 points now in her Purple Raider debut. 56-22. Mount Union leads it.
How many different plays have we seen Mount Union run today? They have done everything.
And a air ball there on the shot attempt from Westminster. The pull-up jumper from the elbow. Rebounded by the Purple Raiders. Now it's with Hudick. Evanich thought about the three, pump faked it, now is driving. Evanich, good. Evanich stopping on a dime, putting that floater up. 10 points now for the freshman.
That pump fake is dangerous. She gets the whole team to bite. She gets a lane, and it's easy from there. That is something she has done thousands of times throughout her career.
Interior pass. And that will be a travel there on Kano, so Purple Raider ball. And we've got an entire 5 substitution here for the Purple Raiders. Let's see here. We got Addie Mucci in for the Purple Raiders. We've got the freshman Carly Biesecker in for the Purple Raiders. We've got Michaela Dunkel in for the Purple Raiders, as well as Haley Haywood and Tess Conroy. So that's your new 5 here for this Purple Raider team.
Great job identifying all 5 of those on the fly.
Conroy driving. In to Haywood. Haywood with that little jumper from a few feet out. Good. Rolling in. 60-22 now, Purple Raiders. Mount Union last year only averaged 63 points per game. And now, with a minute left in the third quarter, they're almost at that mark already. Pull-up jumper there. No good from Schill. Rebounded by Haywood. Haywood bringing it up the floor. Over to Mucci in the corner. And Mucci stepped out there. That'll be Westminster ball.
We haven't really seen that much today. You have to know where the line ends, but still, talk about just a great team performance. We're looking at the stat sheet, just looking at the minutes played. 13, 13, 15, 12, 13, 15, 8, 13, 8, 14, 14, 4, and 5. Everyone is playing a good amount of minutes.
Yeah, and when I talked with Coach Vanette before the season, she said that was going to be one of the toughest things on the coaching end for her, is trying to make this team as effective as possible, playing all the players who can really make a difference, and I think she's done a great job so far today. Obviously got the Purple Raiders at a 38-point lead, as here with 7 seconds left in the quarter. Mount Union with possession into Conroy. Conroy scooping, layup, good. Mount Union ends the quarter with another basket and a 40-point Purple Raider lead. Wow.
Well, I was right. And going back to what you said about Coach Vanette having to figure that out and that being a difficulty, if that is the most difficult part about your job as a head coach, you are blessed, and she definitely is.
So we will go into these final 10 minutes. Mount Union with the 40-point lead. I expected Mountain to win this game, but I don't know if I expected it to be a 40-point Purple Raider domination here. Mount Union did win the last meeting, 67-49, and these two teams have played in each of the last 3 years. Mount Union has won 2 of those 3. All time, these teams have played 18 games against each other. Mount Union has won 12, and Westminster has won 6. But what a performance here on the season opener for the Purple Raiders.
And Mount Union, they won Teammates for Life last year in Kalamazoo. They wanted to do it again on their home court.
Yeah, and after this, there will be another women's basketball game. It'll be, I believe, Kalamazoo
and Manchester.
Yeah, Kalamazoo and Manchester will be playing here at 7 after this.
And then we don't see the Purple Raiders at home again until the game against Case Western Reserve. That one very close to Thanksgiving, the Tuesday before.
Back in play now for this fourth quarter. Mucci. Now Bieseker. Interior pass to Conroy. Conroy, who just scored. And McElroy couldn't hit her footing there. A travel called, and it'll be Westminster ball. McElroy laughing that one off.
Yeah, and sometimes you just can't get your footing right. It's okay. You laugh it off, you go to the next play. If that's your mentality, that takes a lot of practice and skill, so credit to her.
And a foul there. Reach-in foul on the Purple Raiders, so that will be under the basket and inbound. As we've got another Purple Raider substitution here. It'll be sophomore Kelly Griffin, the guard from Bellbrook, entering the game for the first time tonight. She's coming in for Addie Mucci. Wouldn't be surprised if Mucci gets the rest of the night off. Mucci has played an excellent game so far today. 4 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal for Mucci, as there is a bucket for Westminster from Hess. Bieseker over to Griffin, inside to Conroy. Conroy with the reverse layup, rolls off the rim and out, but Bieseker gets the rebound, goes up with her own, and it's good. Bieseker with her first points of her Purple Raider career. Carly Bieseker from Covington.
The freshmen are making impacts.
That's exactly what this team wants to see, some confident freshmen who can come in and make an impact off the bench, as there's a block from Abby McElroy, and McElroy is fouled after she got the rebound. That's a reach-in foul on Westminster, so it'll be Purple Raider inbound here. 8:47 remaining in this final quarter. Abby McElroy inbounds it to Griffin. I was a little worried I was going to have to leave this game a little early, because Nate, you and I are going to go calling the men's soccer OAC championship at 7 after this, but this game has gone by pretty fast. It looks like we'll be able to finish it out.
And the post-game interviews too, and I'll be sprinting across the parking lot like I was at around this time an hour and a half ago.
Floater there from Syka for Westminster, makes it 64-26. And here's Bieseker. Interior pass to McElroy. McElroy drops the pass. She was wide open, and that is going to be Westminster ball.
Tough one that just slipped through, but still, this has been a tremendous performance by Mount Union. Regardless of if they have scored their final point, which I highly doubt they have, or not, this game, it has gone well.
Yes, a very, very good performance from these Purple Raiders. Another 3 there from Mario. That one no good. Rebounded. Griffin bringing it up the floor inside to Bieseker. Bieseker stolen. Now on the break is Westminster. Syka bringing it up the floor, and she is blocked. McElroy getting that rebound. McElroy's got 7 rebounds for the Purple Raiders. 12 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 blocks for her.
She's been everywhere, as you said.
Harrison. McElroy almost got the steal there. Nearly did a split. Looks like she's all right, though. And that will be Purple Raider ball. Got another substitution here for the Purple Raiders. Peyton Cordell coming in for Mount Union, another freshman. Griffin bringing it up the floor, defended by Harrison. Now it's McElroy. Bieseker looking for a pass. Three, no good. Abby McElroy, though, getting the offensive rebound. Will this one go? Good. The first points of Peyton Courthell's career. The guard from Monroe.
And that's the beauty of calling these early season games. You get to see a lot of career firsts for players. Congrats to all the freshmen that have scored today. I expect to see a lot of great things from them as their Purple Raider careers continue.
Nice defensive work there by McElroy yet again. And then gets the rebound also. Ferenczi swings the pass over. Now McElroy in the corner for three. Good! McElroy all over the court. 15 points now for McElroy, her third three of the game.
What a debut in 24-25 for McElroy.
McElroy there almost getting the steal. Called for the over-the-back foul, and that will be an inbound underneath. As we've got two more substitutions for the Purple Raiders. Grace Knowlton, the freshman, getting her first minutes as a Purple Raider, and Tess Conroy checking back into the game.
Going back to McElroy, she averaged 2.1 points per game last year. To start off the season with 15 off the bench, that is huge.
Yeah, and especially coming off the bench, that just shows you the depth of this Purple Raider team. So many players that can bring the impact. Conroy bringing the ball up the floor. Back to Conroy. Driving, putting that one up, no good. Rebound, Bieseker, she can't keep it though. Ball on the floor, and that'll be a jump ball. This time it will go to Westminster.
And looking at the clock, 5:28 to go, we aren't seeing the starters on the court. That is how good they have played. You're seeing everybody else get some time, get some minutes. I expect to see maybe a couple more freshmen get in this game. I would be intrigued to see if we see number 10, Riley Hutton, as she is a two-sport athlete. She also plays women's soccer here at Mount Union.
Three there for Mario, and that one good. Fourth three of the game for Katie Mario. She's got 12 points now, the first Westminster player in double figures, as the score is now 69-29. Purple Raiders with the lead, 5 minutes to go. Conroy driving. Knowlton, the freshman. Her pass stolen, but kept by Griffin. Now Griffin driving, putting up the floater. Good! And Griffin with her. Not sure if that's her first points of her career. Sorry, she's a sophomore.
But either way, everyone contributing. Looking on the website of all the stats, they might need another page.
Yeah, all over the place. So many players who can contribute, as there is 2 points for Grace Kano of Westminster, 71-31 now.
And we do have two more players lining up, including Jayla Kallick. She played her high school basketball down the road at Alliance High School.
Knowlton for three. Oh, rims out. Now Griffin driving, kicks it back to Knowlton. Knowlton, another three. That one also won't go. Bieseker getting the offensive board and puts it in. Bieseker all over the place on the glass. Her fourth point and 4 rebounds as well. Refs stopping play. Not really sure what for. we'll have those substitutions as we have this break. Marina Sanders, the freshman, coming into the game, as well as, like you mentioned, Riley Hutton, also a freshman. This might be an all-freshman lineup in here for the Purple Raiders.
Come on, class of 2028, represent us well.
Brush bringing it up. Brush taking the three. No good. Offensive rebound, though, by Davis. Back to Mario. Now Brush. Nice defensive work there by Kaluk, but it is a foul, so that'll be 2 free throws for Ang Ukiagu. I hope I pronounced that right. Ukiagu with the free throw. That first one, no good.
Going into tomorrow's game, obviously that is a quote-unquote championship game. How much rotation do we see tomorrow?
I mean, it'll depend on who Mount Union is playing against. I would expect to see at least 10 players seeing time, but I mean, it all depends, I would think, on how close of a game it is. Obviously, Mount Union able to put in some of the freshmen here, as their number 15, Jayla Kaluk, with her first points of her Purple Raider career.
How many players?
So many firsts tonight.
I was about to say, how many players have scored for the first time tonight?
I think at least 5 or 6.
It has to be.
And there is 2 points for Ukiagu. And the foul, so that'll be an and 1 opportunity for Westminster. 75-36. And we have another substitution here. This time it'll be Maddie May, the sophomore, checking into the game for Kelly Griffin. Two minutes, 52 seconds remaining here. Mount Union leads it 75-36. The free throw, no good from Ukiagu. And no good there for the Purple Raiders. Offensive rebound by Knowlton, and she is fouled on the floor, reach-in foul, so that'll be an inbound for the Purple Raiders under the basket. And another substitution here for the Purple Raiders. It'll be the freshman Brooke Lime entering the game for the first time. I think every player on the team has gotten in tonight, if I'm not wrong.
That's impressive.
Lime now with it. The three, off the line. Offensive rebound, though, by Knowlton. Knowlton into the corner for 3 this time, yet again. Again, no good. And it will be Westminster ball, tipped out of bounds. Kaluk couldn't hit that 3. So it'll be Westminster.
Looking at Brooke Lime, went to North Ridgeville, played alongside the legendary Grace Kingerly, one of the best ever players, if not the best ever player to play for the Rangers.
That pass there made its way to Mario. Now an interior pass to Ukiagu. Back out. And Morris, that one won't go. Sanders bringing it up the floor. Driving. Kicks. Now it's with Knowlton. Now Knowlton driving. Knowlton with a little floater. Good! The finesse on that one. Beautiful shot there from Knowlton.
And the shooting has been exceptional tonight. 77-36. Mount Union dominating to open the year.
A minute and a half to go now. Mario trying to drive. Great defense here from Knowlton. Getting in her face. And Brush there with the 2 points.
Westminster, you have to give them credit. They are still fighting despite the scoreline. They want to make something happen.
Lime driving there, and her shot won't go, but she is fouled. So that will be 2 free throws for Lime.
And it looks like we will see Riley Hutton enter the game. And now that should complete getting everybody in the game.
Yeah. Wow. Every Purple Raider on the roster, healthy Purple Raider, getting in today. That is awesome to see. So it'll be Lime on these free throws. These could be the first points of her Purple Raider career. And first free throw, good. So that is the first point of Brooke Lime's Purple Raider career, the freshman from North Ridgeville. And the second free throw bounces on the front of the rim and in. So 2 points there for Lime. 79-38 now. Brush driving, kicks it. Morris, back to Brush. Now it's Davis. Brush again. Ukiagi with a nice move there. Back out to Brush. Brush with the three. Good. Nothing but net. Nice shot there from Brush.
And credit to Westminster, they figured out the three ball. That could be huge in tomorrow afternoon's game.
Yeah, so unfortunately for Westminster, this will be a loss. But they play tomorrow. They can finish out the weekend 1-1. And for the Purple Raiders, a dominant win here today, and hopefully they can do the same tomorrow. Finishing the first two games 2-0 this weekend would be huge for this Purple Raider team. That would be an amazing way to start the season.
You couldn't have asked for a better first game of the season. Everything that needed to go well went well. Everyone on the same point. Connections are there. We have a fun season in store with these girls.
Davis getting the offensive board for Westminster. Over to Okiagu. Putting that one up. No good. Rebounded by the Purple Raiders. Up to Knowlton. Knowlton kept that one from going out of bounds. And that will be it. Mount Union winning the first game of the Teammates for Life tournament by a score of 79-41 over Westminster College. And that will be it from, I'm William Moyer. Here with me, Nate Smee. And we'll be back in, I don't know, probably a half hour for the second game.